Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is an exciting video. It is my Project Pan finale for 2025. So this year I have done a rolling style makeup Project Pan, which means that I had certain products that I was working towards either hitting pan, finishing up all the way, or a usage-based goal, like I want to use something 40 times. And as I met those goals, then I would swap a new product in. So I was always panning about 10 products this year. I love doing a makeup focused Project Pan like that. It helps me just really recognize how long it takes to finish something all the way up, and it helps me rotate through. I really like doing usage goals. So today we're going to be closing out Project Pan for 2025. I'm going to take a couple of weeks off here and just play with everything I want whenever I want. And then in January, I will be kicking off a new Project Pan for the new year. I probably will do a similar rolling style where we will swap things in and out throughout the year. So let's go ahead and dive in. I have very exciting updates for you. So let's start with the big ones, the ones that I've been panning all year long. So first up is this Hourglass Little Mini. This is the Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Diffused Light. My goal was to finish this up this year. I have not quite met that goal, but I will absolutely be finishing this in the new year. So let me show you some comparisons so you can see the progress I've made. So I am very happy with the pan that is showing on here. I am breaking through to kind of like this side pan here more and more, which is great. And it's very thin around this outer edge. So I'm very happy with this. This I use underneath my eyes to brighten up. I will also use it like around my nose if I'm a little red. So I love this product. I absolutely would keep using it and repurchase and do it all over again. This was just a really good reminder to me though. This is the mini and I used this exclusively all year and I still didn't finish it. So I do not need to be buying a full size of this product. If they keep offering a mini, that is the appropriate size for me to go through and finish up. So that is a good reminder. That's why I love Project Panning. It helps me understand my usage because I watch other people go through, certain categories way faster or way slower than me. So doing this myself helps me understand myself better. So anyway, this I did not finish all the way. I am super happy with how this went. I used it 191 times this year. So you know that I used it a lot. And this is probably a product I will be carrying through, like I said, into my Project Pan next year. So we can finally finish it all the way up and get that satisfaction. So that's the first one. I also have my Hourglass Quad. Now there were two products left in here, the highlight and the blush. Because you're going to see the progress on both of them when I show you. So for the blush, my goal was to use it 75 times. And then for the highlight, I wanted to finish it up all the way. So the last, I would say really this fall into early winter, I've been really focusing on the highlighter. I've been using it both on my face. I've been using it as an eyeshadow, either on the lid or like an inner corner highlight eyeshadow type thing. Because I really wanted to see this highlighter gone. So let me show you the progress I've made. So obviously you can see I'm super excited. I finished the highlighter all the way up. I finished a whole freaking highlighter. I'm so proud of that. Like I said, I've been using it like crazy. I've been using it as my eyeshadow. I've been using it on my cheeks. What really helped is that we went to Florida for Thanksgiving and I was using this as a body highlight. So we would go to the pool and when I was getting my swimsuit on, I would brush some over my chest, like on my shoulders, the front of my shins. And then we'd come back from the pool, we'd shower, go out to dinner, and I'd wear like a dress or something and I would put body highlight on too. So that got me really good usage. I wouldn't say I overused it. I just then had the opportunity to use it, on more surface area of my body. So I'm very, very happy with that. Now I counted, if I used this on my cheeks and I used it on my eye, I counted that as 2 uses, So my total count was 312 uses this year to finish it up. And I already had good progress on it to begin with. So I'm very, very pleased with that. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it in time, but I did. So that is definitely like a high of my entire year, to be honest. That's a good measure of success for me. For the blush, I did in fact use it 75 times. It's not my all-time favorite blush color. Obviously, you can see I've finished up all the other products in this quad, so I'm going to count this as an empty and move on from it because it had a bronzer, it had one of the Hourglass like setting powders, and it had the highlight that I finished. So I have plenty of blushes. I don't need to like hyper focus on this particular blush, but I did meet that 75 usage goal. And once I hit that, I stopped counting. I probably reached for it another handful of times, but I wasn't prioritizing it. So this is officially done. We will not see this quad moving into the new year. I absolutely love Hourglass products as they're putting together. So I have 2 palettes from them that I'm going to start focusing on. I think what I'll do is have like a summer palette. It's a little bit more golden. And then I also have a winter, more like icy kind of like pinky purpley. And I'll use that in the winter. So I'm excited to get progress on those. They're both pretty new though. So I don't know that we'll see like finishing things up next year, but I'm excited to dive in. Okay, another product that I've been working on for quite a while is this bronzer from Milani. So this has been in my project pan twice this year. It originally was in my project pan earlier this year to hit pan on it. I hit pan in, I should know this, in April. And then I rolled it out and brought something else in to focus on. And then I brought it back in. I really should be more prepared. I brought it back in September and the goal was to finish it. So I have not finished it all the way, but I am getting closer. This is what it looks like. So I'm very happy with the progress I've made here. This is a great bronzer for me. It fits my fair complexion. It's super easy to use. I can be kind of messy with it and, you know, use a big fluffy brush, and it's not too dark, so it blends really easy. So I'm very pleased with this. This is also one I could see myself rolling over into 2026 and trying to actually finish up probably in the first half there. This really has been the primary bronzer I've been using this year. On occasion, I'd use a bronzer from a palette, but this is my only single. So really focused here. And again, I love it. The only thing is, you know, the packaging broke off, but it still works. So that's fine. And at the end of the day here, let's see. So when I brought this in September, I've used it 88 times since then. But earlier this year to hit pan, I had used it 53 times. And then I used it all summer. So I don't have a true count of how many times I used this entire year because it was in and then it was out and then it was back in. But that's over 100 uses there between the, you know, when it was in first time and the second time. So again, knowing that this was my primary bronzer, I would say it's definitely probably had over maybe 200 uses on it this year, which is great. So very, very pleased with this. Didn't finish it all the way, but made very, very good progress. Another product that I have that I was working on is this gloss from Maybelline. This is the Lifter gloss, and I have the shade 012 Opal. My goal was to use this 40 times. That's what I typically do with my lip products, is I like to try to use all of my lip products 40 times a year. So this one I've reached 37 uses, so just 3 to go. I'm really not that worried about it because I could probably hit that by tomorrow, you know, like 1 or 2 more times today and once tomorrow, and then I'd hit it. So I'm not really that worried about it. Again, I just like to know that I'm using all of my lip products. The lip product category is the one that sometimes weirds me out, of like feeling like, ooh, things are getting a little old, you know, and maybe I should toss it. So knowing that I just recently used it a bunch, it was in good condition, it didn't smell funny, I didn't have like burning or anything like that, I know that this is like safe to put back in my collection and keep using. So excited for that. I will probably finish, you know, those last 3 uses just to know that I did, but very, very pleased with that. So there's the gloss. And then I also have a base foundation type product. Now this one has been funny. I've had to have it tipped over, you know, upside down so that all the products at the bottom for me to use it. But I tried to tip it back over to make my mark. It's not perfect, but we're going to guess. So this is the Supergoop Protectant SPF 50. I really love this product. And so I've been working on trying to finish it up. So I brought it in, and this is where I started. This is where my last update was, and this is where I am right now. So if we look at the progress, I would say I have about a month left on this. I absolutely love the product. It works really well for my skin type, and I love the color of it. I have it on today, so I definitely will keep using it, and I probably would repurchase this in the future. So I brought this in and I was tracking my usage. I have 25 uses on it. I don't wear makeup every single day. And I also tend to rotate through like my base products. So this one wasn't used every single day, but I'm very happy with the 25 uses over the last couple of months that this has been in. So very, very excited with that. And the only other product I actually don't have here to show you is my Peach Blush from ColourPop. I had the goal to use it 40 times. I used it 30 at my last update, so I had 10 uses. I used it 5 more times, and then I made the decision to declutter it. So I actually don't have it here. I meant to hold on to it, and then my husband took out my pile of discarded things. So unfortunately, I don't have it to show you, but I didn't hit pan on it or anything like that. It just was getting a little old, and when I was looking through my collection, I have another peach blush, so I just didn't feel like I needed to. So I don't have that to show you, unfortunately, but there really wasn't much to see either. It was just a pan of peach colored powder. So that's fine. So yeah, that wraps up my project pan. As said, I will be doing a new one in 2026. So I'm going to take the rest of the month in early January to just kind of play through stuff. And then mid-January, I like to do these project pan updates around the 15th-ish. So mid-January, I will share with you what my first 10 products of 2026 are going to be. So do let me know how your makeup project panning goals have gone for you this year. And curious, what do you want to see me pan next year? Is there a certain category that you like watching more than others? Give me some ideas. I'll consider them. So yeah, without anything else to say here, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in my next one. Bye.